Good day, and welcome to the first broadcast, the first lesson of financial goal setting ecosystem. In the event that you're joining me for the first time, do permit me to introduce myself. My name is Gary Thompson. I'm a business development consultant by profession. I'm a humanitarian by nature, and I'm the self-published author for several books, including Billionaire Codes and Managers Toolkits. My most recent book, titled 10X Branding and Marketing Blueprint Business Success Ecosystem, is now available on Amazon. So type in that name or Gary Thompson, and you will be able to get a copy of that book titled 10X Branding and Marketing Blueprint Business Success Ecosystem. I encourage you to get that copy now. Today, we're going to be looking at a very important topic, and that topic is titled Financial Goal Setting Ecosystem. Now, the reason we have designed these lessons is largely because we have done a global analysis, and what we have seen is that hundreds of thousands and millions of people across the world every year set financial goals. They develop their New Year resolutions. But after many years of doing that, we are still seeing that much more is left to be desired with the results that they expect to get in setting those goals and in setting those New Year resolutions. I'm here to say to you that there are reasons why you are not attaining either your corporate goals or the personal goals that you're setting for yourself. As we do a deep dive into the belly of the financial goal setting ecosystem, you will begin to realize the massive gap and the massive depths of this subject matter. And you will have the tools, the techniques, and the support to go more aggressively after attaining your goals. And you will also be setting that stage to achieve the level of success that you want and exceed it. Now, financial goal setting ecosystem stands on 9 important pillars. The research that we are doing shows that most people never get past the first 3 pillars of financial goal setting. Today, what we will do is examine elements of the first pillar of financial goal setting. And the first pillar of financial goal setting, we're going to call it how to set financial goal. Now, in today's lesson, there are a number of important takeaways from this heading, lesson 1. There are 5 important takeaways, and we will cover perhaps 2 of those takeaways. Now, let me go through the table of content for lesson 1. Table of content, you will learn how to build a deeper relationship with your expectations. Don't set a goal and just have a casual relationship with it. We will talk about that. Secondly, you will learn how to build a deeper relationship with your intention. Do you understand the role that intention plays in setting financial goals or in setting and developing your New Year resolution? We'll examine that. Along with this, you will learn how to build a deeper relationship with the visualization process. The visualization process. Now, in the great book you learn, so as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. The dominant thoughts always manifest. We will talk a lot about that and help you to build the right relationship with the entire process of visualization. Fourth, we will also introduce to you how to build a deeper relationship with mindset mastery process. Yes, you attaining your success, whether your corporate or personal goals, it depends on mindset. People never grow beyond their sense of self. So if you're flown in lack, limitation, doubts, and fear, and you do not know how to flow it in abundance, if you don't have the right mindset, it will undermine all the goals that you set for yourself, all the New Year resolution that you set for yourself. And these are some of the reasons why you will not attain the objectives that you're going after. Last but not least, we will talk about how to build a deeper relationship with the informed action mastery process. Now, what exactly is informed action? What is the difference between action and informed action? Which one have you been using in setting your financial goals and in developing your New Year resolutions? Now, these are very important takeaway if you want to learn, apply, and master the process of financial goal setting and be more successful in setting and achieving your goals. This is the program that you need to commit the time, talent, and the resources to learn, apply, and master. So that represents a table of content of lesson 1. Today, we will only be looking at the first 2 concepts. And next week, we will go deeper into the second concepts. And the week that follows, we will go deeper into the other concepts. So welcome to Financial Goal Setting Ecosystem. Before we get today's program started, I want to say this to you. Success is heavily influenced by habits, mindsets, and relationships. I repeat, success is influenced by habits, mindsets, and relationships. And this is regardless if you are attempting to attain corporate success or personal success. Both of them are influenced by habits, mindsets, and relationship. And today we will start to do a deep dive into the belly of these concepts. So moving forward, you are in a better place to set, develop your game plan, and go after your financial goals and be more successful in attaining your corporate or personal goals that you're setting for yourself. Now, one of the first things that I want you to do, I want you to get your pen and paper because we're going to be doing some note taking. All right, I don't want you to miss this lesson. The first thing that I want you to write down today is expectation. The 2 most important concepts that I want you to take away from today's lesson is expectations and intention. Every goal, all right, must have expectations and intention. It's absolutely necessary. And we're going to go deep into that today to ensure that you get this and you get it right. Now, when we talk about, so you're going to be heading up expectations. What exactly do we mean by the term expectation? Expectation is a reflection of your dreams, hopes, and aspirations that you want to achieve by performing particular tasks or by providing products and services. All right? So the expectation is a sum total of the reflection of your dreams, your hopes, and your aspirations. And it also represents the vehicle that you're going to be using to achieve it. Now, let's examine this a little bit more. The vehicle that you're going to be using to attain your financial goals is going to be business. Now, you start a business because you want to earn 6 or 7 figures. The expectations that you have here is the 6 and 7 figure. That's your expectations. But as you look at the expectations, it's also important for you to look at the vehicle, the method, the tools, the systems that you're going to be using to attain your expectations. Your expectations is not going to just wishfully materialize. You need to have a vehicle when setting your expectations. So one of the vehicle that we're going to be talking about today is you first of all, your expectation is to earn a 6 or 7 figure income. But how are you going to earn a 6 or 7 figure income? In setting your goal, your personal or corporate financial goal is not enough to say, I want to earn 6 and 7 figure by so and so time. While that is important, it's important to look in that in conjunction with the vehicle that can get you there on time, get you there faster. So that's what we're going to be examining today. All right, so I want you to take very careful note of this. In setting the financial goal, you want to know what is the vehicle that you're going to be using to get you there. In this case, we are talking about starting a business that can position you to earn 6 and 7 figure annually. But what type of business are we talking about? What type of vehicles are we talking about? I want to now give 3 examples of the type of vehicles that you can use to get to that 6 and 7 figure income. Now, when we look across the world, we are seeing that many companies invest over 763.2 billion US dollars in advertising. All right. The top 100 companies and companies that may fall below that, they invest a huge sum of money in branding and marketing, in producing commercials and in placing commercials on radio, television, newspaper, and in social media. The sum total for 2021 was 763.2 billion US dollars. Now that's a huge sum of money. And perhaps one of the ways in which you can get to your 6 and 7 figure income is by looking at this reality. You can do several things here. You can get into the market to provide some of these services at a lower cost. You can get into the market to provide technical services and to the investors, and we'll look a little bit at the technical service. But what is clear here is that a massive amount of monies are invested by top corporate players in the market. All right. We will talk some more about that when we come to the intention. What is your intention in business? Because I want you to keep that in mind. The expectation is to make money. We are now looking at the expectation, the vehicles that you're going to be using to make money. But if the intention doesn't match your expectations, you're going to undermine your efforts to attain the financial goals that you're setting for yourself. All right, so we're looking now at the vehicle that you're going to be using to make money. And the first one that we looked at is the amount of money that is invested annually in marketing. The second area that I want us to look at is affiliate marketing. We have about 12 billion US dollars that was invested in 2017 in affiliate marketing. Now, affiliate marketing is a very unique way of doing business. All right. It really allows you to build out healthy, productive relationship with critical stakeholders that helps you to create leverage, visibility, impact, conversion. It's a very unique platform. And we have over $12 billion in 2017 that was invested in this platform. Now, in looking at this, as an entrepreneur who wants to earn that 6 and 7 figure income, I want you to ask yourself, is this market expanding enough? Is there something that you can do to help with the expansion? And is there a way in which you could add value at both of these levels? One, you have $763.2 billion that is invested by big companies across the world. Is that a problem? If it's a problem, can you find a solution to that problem? That's where the attention comes into play. Or in the affiliate marketing space, can you expand this world? Because if companies are to buy into this concept of affiliate marketing, you are doing several things here. You're helping companies to expand their market shares, and you're helping the individual who may be the affiliate brand ambassadors to earn massive amounts of money, and many of it can be set out for them to earn passively. So is this a problem? And can you add value, or can you fix this problem? So this is the way that you want to think about. This is where the intention is coming into play here. Now, I'm going to come clearer with that just now. So these are important questions that I want you to ask yourself as you go through to the first lesson of financial goal setting. The expectations match the intention. The last vehicle that we're going to look at to get you to your 6 to 7 figure is looking at non-financial debt capital. Now, we have across the world approximately $81 trillion that is invested in non-financial capital debt. This simply means that companies divorced from banks and financial institutions, they are taking debt. The sum total of $81 trillion. That's a huge sum of money. Is this a problem? Is there anything that you can do with your value proposition to either fix the problem or add value? Now, this is the way that you want to think when you want to think big in terms of the 6 and 7 figure income. And as we discuss this subject matter, it's important for you to recognize the problems in all of these three systems that I've talked about. All right. Anyone that takes the time to understand capital markets, it means that you will have a better understanding about how debt capital works, how equity capital works, and how credit capital works. And when you understand this, you can now build out your value proposition, which is your intention, and you can position that value proposition or the intention in front of the consumers and show them ways in which they can attain the end results more cost effectively, faster. And in doing this, it sets up that environment for you to earn your 6 to 7 figure income. And there's a number of ways in which you can think about this. Now, let's take one example. This is only one example, that you're interfacing with a company, let's say somewhere in the Caribbean, that is borrowing investment capital for their business. The sum total, which is the principal balance that they're borrowing, is $100 million. But they're paying 10% per annum on that debt. Now, 10% per annum, which is the interest rate, reflects a sum total over a 10-year life cycle of $100 million. So what that means, the principal balance is $100 million, but over 10 years life cycle at 10% annual interest, it becomes $200 million. Is that, how do you think that the borrower the business owner is thinking about that. Is that a problem? Is there a solution that you could develop for that problem? And the solution can be several things. The solution can be working with them to better help those business owners to understand debt cost, debt life cycle, and the total debt cost over the debt life cycle. But also is to work with them to help them to understand debt mitigation. Because if you're able to mitigate debt, regardless of how high the interest rate is, you're able to bring down that debt, either by treating with a principal balance or by treating with innovative approaches to bring down the debt life cycle. So these are important concepts for you to think about. I'm happy to say also at Global Capital Inc. and 10X Branding and Marketing LLC out of New York, we have built out this ecosystem just for you. We have a 10X branding and marketing ecosystem, a 10X wealth leadership ecosystem that when you get into this program, we really help you to understand a number of financial instruments and financial models. So these very concepts that we're going through here, we can escalate it in these lessons and give you the tool to be much better able to identify problems, identify solutions, and develop your pitch. So I'm going to stop here so far, but so far we're talking about your intention. We talk about your intention is to earn 6 to 7 figure, and we're talking about the vehicles that you're going to be using to get to your target. We look so far at 3 of those vehicles. We look at the investment cost that businesses in the developed world invest annually in $763.2 billion US dollars is invested here annually. Can you start a business to provide a solution to this? Is there too much of money being spent here? These are things that you need to ask yourself. All right. And the same concept applies along the line. So we had 3 important vehicles that we looked at today, and that represents the expectations. Now I'm going to go a little slow here, and I want to just re-emphasize. Lesson 1, which is what we are looking at today, the 2 most important concepts for you to take away from today's lesson is how to develop a clear understanding of your intention, how to develop a clear understanding of your intention. And second is how to develop a clear understanding of both your intention and your expectations. How to develop a clear understanding of your expectations. Your expectations is the 6 and 7 figure, and what vehicles you're going to be using to get you there. It's important that you know that. But the second most important thing for you to understand here is to understand your intention. If there's no intention, you're setting that stage to undermine your expectations. So now let's examine the intention. What exactly do we mean by the term intention? The intention is a reflection of your ability and commitment to add value and fix problems in alignment with the expectations you intend to attain. And let me go back at this, and I'm going to go back at it just a little different. What exactly is the intention? The intention is a reflection of your ability and your commitment to add value and fix problems in alignment with your expectations. Your intention should be designed to vibrate or to be more visible than your expectations. Your intention must be designed to vibrate or to be more visible than your expectations. Now, so far, I trust that you get it. The intention is your ability and your commitment to add value and to fix problems. Now, if you're going after your dreams, hopes, and aspirations, and you do not have the ability, one, and the commitment to add value and to fix problems, you most likely will not achieve the goals that you want to accomplish. So it's important to bring the yin and yang together, the expectations and the intention. And the intention must be to add value and to fix problems. Absolutely necessary. And perhaps this is one of the reasons why most people never attain the success, the financial goals that they're setting for themselves. Because yes, you want to get to 6 and 7 figure, but what is the vehicle that you're going to use to get there? And even when you identify the vehicle or vehicles that you're going to use to get there, do you have the healthiest of relationships with your intention? So you need to have relationship with your expectations. You need to have relationships with your intention. What are your daily habits around your intention? What are your daily habits around your expectations? What mindsets are you building around your expectations, and what mindsets are you building around your intention? Is it just a casual thing to you? What relationships are you building with your expectations? Yes, you need to build relationships for that. It's not a casual thing, it's a serious commitment. What is your relationships with your intention? Your intention to add value. It must not be a surface thing. It must come from deep within your belly, that commitment to want to make people's lives better. It must come from deep within your belly, that commitment to want to help businesses to leapfrog. It must come deep from within, that desire to want to add value, to make impact. And there is where you're going to create a shift in your reality with the dreams and hopes and aspirations that you have for yourself. If you're not thinking in this way, you're sabotaging yourself. It's called self-sabotage, because you're only hopping, not even on one foot, you're hopping on a toe. And that's a very difficult thing to do. And that's why you're going to have frustration year after year. And you're going to feel incompetent in your ability to set in financial goals and personal goals. Apply these systems. If you need more help in thinking through this process and aligning this process to your ideal business or your ideal goal, I encourage you to reach out to us at Global Capital Inc. and 10X Branding and Marketing LLC out of New York. Our team will love to work with you to ensure that moving forward, you can not only set that goal, but you can take all of the relevant steps to achieve your goals and exceed your expectations. Now, I want to give a few examples because we're now talking about the intention. And I want you to get this right. It's not enough to know what you want to accomplish. It's equally important to know your value proposition that's going to complement your expectations. If these two things are not matching, you're going to self-sabotage. And that's the last thing that you want to do. So a few other examples that I want to give is, let's think about the branding and marketing. Is this investment $763.2 billion US annually a fair investment? It depends on who is talking. We can look at this perhaps from 3 different standpoints. One, the company owners may say that this is a exorbitant amount to invest annually in advertising and branding. And perhaps they may be right. But you can look at this from a different perspective. Those who are producing the ads, who have to invest in the cultural anthropologists, the advertising copywriters, the designers, those that have to go out to place the ad and so forth, they might say that this is a justifiable cost. All right. But as an individual who is thinking about your value proposition, is thinking about how to add value and how to fix problems, you must be able to stand the middle ground. You must be able to stand the middle ground. All right, they're going to be, and standing the middle ground means that you must be able to identify among all of this noise what is practical solutions that you can now develop in your value proposition and make it your intention to add value and fix problems to those businesses. And what are some of the things that you can do? Let's look at some of the things that you can do. One, you can make a number of suggestions. You can help companies to, one, reduce the cost of advertising and increase the results. That's one thing that you can do. Reduce the cost of advertising and increase the results. And this can happen several ways. One, you can set up a company, but using modern technology or whatever systems you can use to bring down the cost of advertising. You perhaps can also use certain specific algorithm, or you can do specific market research that allows you to interface with the specific ideal customer for the clients that you're representing. So from your database, you have a clearer understanding of the market size. You have a clearer understanding of the geographical dispersion of that market, and you have a clearer understanding as to how to position the client products and services in front of the customer, which is going to allow you to get better results, better customer feedback. So that is literally walking that entire process through a process that we call grabbing attention, piquing interest, arousing desire, moving the customer into action. And once you move the customer into action, the process continues. How to make impact, how to convert first-time users into lifetime customers. And you go through the list further, building confidence, trust, and credibility in the brand that you are representing. So these are all techniques that you can use in your value proposition, in your intention to add value and fix problems, and position yourself to make your 6 and 7 figure and possibly go beyond it. Because you come into the market with a solid intention to fix the problems that most businesses might be seeing, the high cost for advertising. So you bring down their cost and you optimize their results. So they're able to make a high amount of profit within the same period of time or a shorter period of time. And that's your intention, to add value and to fix problems. And you want to be clear about this. You want to be absolutely clear about this, because you have to pitch this to these big businesses that are investing $763.2 billion annually in advertising. All right, if you need help in building out that game plan, we are here at Global Capital Inc. at 10X Branding and Marketing LLC out of New York to give you that support to better think tank and brainstorm this process so you're able to build out your 6 and 7 figure with more precision in targeting. So this is one thing that you can do. Perhaps the other thing that you may be able to look at is to maintain the cost, but double the results. Maintain the cost, but double the result. So the company is going to say, okay, my advertising budget is this, my results is this. I might be making $1 billion annually, but based on your proposal, your value proposition, your intention can carry me to $2.5 billion annually. Is that enough to arouse desire, pique interest, move the clients into action? Yes, it is. But it all depends now on your ability to leverage this, to pitch this to your ideal client. So when we talk about building out your value proposition, when we talk about understanding your intention is your value proposition. Your value proposition must be designed to add value and fix problems. Add value and fix problems. So you now understand the yin and yang of setting financial goals. You must be clear about your expectations and understand the vehicle that you're going to be using to realize your expectations. But it's equally important for you to take the time to understand your intention, which is your value proposition. And your value proposition must be to add value and fix problems. Add value and fix problems. And you want to do this better than anyone else in the market. And that means that you now have to come right back to that commitment of yourself. We talk about habits. What habits are you building around your intention and your expectations? You need to have daily, weekly, monthly habits around your expectations and your intention. From your habits, you then formed the mindset. And when you form the mindset, you want to leverage it at building the healthiest of relationships with your ideal customer. Remember, I said at the beginning of this program that success in business and in life is influenced by habits, mindsets, and relationships. And I want you to take these concepts away today. Habits, mindset, relationships. And how you're applying habits, mindset, and relationships to your expectations and your intention. So these are the two thrones that you're going to be sitting on today. Your expectations, your financial goals, or your personal goals, and your intention. You must be able to, your intention is your value proposition. Your value proposition is your ability and your commitment to add value and fix problems consistently to reach and exceed the expectations of your target market. So I trust that you enjoyed today's lesson, all right? And in next week's lesson, we will be going much deeper into this concept because remember today, we only look at lesson 1 and we look at the first 2 concepts in lesson 1, which is how to set financial goals. And we are looking at the broad topic, financial goal setting ecosystem. We say the financial goal setting ecosystem represents 9 important pillars. 9 important pillars. We're only looking at one of those pillars here today, and we look at 2 concepts in the first pillar. The second pillar that we're going to be looking at is visualization mastery. So we're going to be going into a couple of things in next week's program. We will be looking at how to think tank and brainstorm the financial goals. That's important. We'll be looking at how to build the financial goals master plan. You need to know this. We'll also be looking at how to identify success habits. You need to understand the habits. We're talking about habits, mindset, and relationships. And last but not least, you will be learning how to master those habits. All right. You get the right habits and you'll be able to shift your reality and position yourself to achieve so much more in your life. So I trust that you enjoy today's lesson. Again, my name is Gary Thompson. I'm a business development consultant by profession. I'm a humanitarian by nature, and I'm the self-published author for several books, including Billionaire Codes and Managers Toolkit. These are 2 excellent reads. My most recent book is now available on Amazon, which is 10x Branding and Marketing Blueprint, the Business Success Ecosystem. And you don't want to miss this book. We're going to be teaching you from this book. So the first part of this book, book one, has been released. We have a few other books to be released within this month and next month. So I want to encourage you to get your copy today. The name of that book is 10x Branding and Marketing Blueprint, Business Success Ecosystem, or type in Gary Thompson and it will carry you to that link. So students who are a part of this program from all across the world, we have students from Belgium, from Australia, from Africa, from the United States of America, from England, London. We have students from all over the world. I want to say good luck in this program. And remember, we are here for you. We are not only providing you with the theory, but you will have the practical. You will have mentorship and coaching and the support to help you come much closer to your dreams, the big dreams that you have for yourself. Be blessed and see you in the next lesson.